And it was so funny. Even one time, one time, he came over Friday night, and we did our little walk down Broadway. Whatever the main street was in Burlingame. And so we walked down. It was one of those streets, it's like Santa Cruz and stuff, where the shops were side by side still, like the good old days. I wonder where I put that mirror. Well, now that you're here, all up in my video, I may as well say hello, YouTube family.
Oh,
yeah, you see? These handsome men think they just walk around here butting into girls' videos and stuff. Anyway, so we're walking down Main Street thing, right? I'm like, the time hasn't changed. Okay, whatever. And so we go into this very expensive little authentic Chinese. Now, we know Chinese food to be like whatever, Panda Gourmet, whatever, I don't know. No, real Chinese food isn't, to me, like, it's different. Anyway, so, and he pulls out this box. It's so stupid. But just so you couples know, there's so many things to do to stay in love. And I mean the feeling, I mean the deed. You know, not just, oh, I love you. Hang on, stay there. Just stay. It's really not that hard unless you're abusive or something, which is the reason why I left mostly all my relationships. Isn't that interesting? I must analyze that. Except Bob. Bob, he was just really insecure, so he told a few lies, and I can't fault anyone for that, because if you got out of that and you know all that baggage from what Tasha's gonna do to me, what she did, and some things are allowable as you get older, you know, and that was one of them. He just didn't know no better, but at least he didn't try to harm me, so, you know. Yeah, so he gives me the box, and it was this inky-dinky little itty-bitty, like, ring out of the 25-cent machine. You know, you put 25 cents in, and you get that huge bubble thing, and it's a ring or whatever, you know. Doctor's office. Yes. Let me put you through again. When I put you through the first time, don't keep calling me back. Yeah, so he put the 25-cent ring in this beautiful little ring box and everything, and it was so funny because at the time, that was so unlike him, you know? Oh, wow. So then you're feeling all mushy and gooey and ooey, and then, and of course, you know, along the long street of stuff, there's every kind of store you could think of. Hold on. Including, you know, lots of little Chinese shops and stuff. And of course, my house has always been Chinese this lifetime. And he got me this, it was a little fan. Now, mind you, the fan wasn't any bigger across than this. Okay? And you know, if you know about collecting fans, you know it comes in its own little stand, right? So the fan opens this way, and the stand has its two little holder things like this, so it holds the fan this way, you know, like this, and it holds it up so it stays in proportion. And he got me a little tiny 24 karat gold fan. That was way better than any engagement to me, because that was, it was gold, you know. So there's just so many billions and billions of things you can do in order to stay together, be happy, remember why you fell in love, all those teeny tiny stupid things. And I'm not talking about sex, guys. And if women is a sex fiend in the house, I'm not talking about sex, girls. I'm talking about the emotion that made you look at that person and do a double take, and you're like, yeah, oh, you like that too? I like that. Oh, you like such a, oh, I like that. Wow, we have a lot in common. Other than your, I don't know, example, Democrat and I'm Republican or whatever, something, because there always had to be something different for us, but would you learn about each other, right? And yeah, and my crazy thing is I would wake Bob up And of course, he's one of them people, most people are. I'm just a light sleeper, really hard sleeper, so it's hard to really get him awake. So of course you have to do some things to wake him up. So this one time I woke him up just to play jacks, because I like jacks. Okay, so I got his, cold chicken out there. I made a picnic on the floor in the kitchen, and we sat on the floor and we played jacks. I ate ice cream and he ate cold fried chicken, and we listened to his rock and roll, and then you clear the table, if you know what I mean, But there's always so many little things you can do. Example, men. I've said this in one of my videos before, especially you young boys who think, you're just gonna hit it and split or whatever from a little girl. And little girls, respect yourself and don't accept that from boys. Or boys from boys or girls from girls. You know what I'm trying to say. So just value them by not being stupid, like, oh, well, if I do this, then you're gonna do this. No, life isn't like that. Life is about, I'm just gonna be good to you. Whatever you give back, I'll accept. Whatever you don't give back, I'll accept. But you don't say, oh, well, I'm gonna do da-da-da-da just so I can, No. I just tell her how nice she looks in that dress, or how good she smells today, or. There's a billion ors, but you gotta stop and think about it. Because let me tell you this about that. And for those of you who saw the first video on boys be wise, or I forgot what I call it, don't take advantage of the other, or something like that. Here we go. Just a lot of times, especially grown men, because a lot of us grown-ups, we forget, when you get grown, you forget what it's like to be the child again, But when you were 15, 16, you didn't just come up here and say, hey, yeah, give me some. No, you knew you had to work to get it, so continue to work to get it. Women, stop being such prudes and just let him do whatever he feels like doing. Because trust you me, you know that old saying, if you don't give it up, somebody else will. So, and for the men, why just gotta just jump the gun and be like, okay, come on now. No, we're not like you. It takes a minute to get the emotional picture there, and then the whole chemistry of the body has to change. So if you start in the morning, just hear me out. Start in the morning, you look so good in that nightgown with a big old hole in it, and two different, house slippers. But you looking good. You rocking that. You rocking that, mama. Yeah. And you go to work and you just let it be. You don't try to get none in the morning on your way out the door to go to work. Nothing like that, okay? Just hang on. Just hear me out. Hey, hear me out. Later on, you're at work. You know what? I had to tell you that you got me thinking things. I just seen you in that robe this morning. Just got me thinking things. Anyway, gotta go to my meeting. Bye. And then once again, before you get home, you're gonna call and you're gonna say, Jeff, you know what I want to do to you? You remember that time we went to such and such and such and such, and we had such a good time doing this, whoop de whoop de whoop de whoop on the beach, in the beach house, in the hostel that's on the beach house, and da 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 da. We're gonna do that again soon. So on the 15th of next month, let's both take off and just call in sick. And you plan to do that, right? Well, you're not doing nothing yet, okay? And when you go home, do you think that her mind hasn't gotten all wound up all throughout the whole day? Yeah. You try that and let me know if it don't work. I'll be back. Bye.